Well, it's a home weekend, and I realized last week when I was at Gambier that the boat was filling up with water and it wasn't raining. And the guy I bought this boat from is just a epitome of a hack, complete cowboy. I hope karma catches up to him. As you probably saw in previous YouTubes, I rebuilt the whole inside of this boat, so it's not worth me getting rid of. But he did a repair underneath. Sorry, that black spot there. And he was a roofer. So he worked with roofers and he just sprayed everything with this black stuff. Well, I realized that his repair was absolute garbage and it's leaking and water's coming in. So I've now having to do is jack the boat up on blocks off with the trailer. And I've now got the weight off the trailer, and now I have to take these off to get the trailer out. What I'm realizing is that this is a nightmare to load. These wheels suck. So I'm gonna make this into an easy loader, which will be 2 sliders. So one job is turned into 2. And right now I'm trying to get these rusty bolts off so I can get these wheels off so we can pull the trailer out. Sometimes. So I got the trailer out as far as I can get it. And look at this. It's leaking, which means it's holding water. Look at that. Unbelievable. I gave the guy the benefit of the doubt. You know, I'm like, well, maybe he didn't under patch correctly, but I don't know what's going on under here, but it's taking on water. And you can tell it's holding water because it's dripping out. What comes out, I guess, must go in somewhere. My guess is right about there. So I'm gonna zip all this off, clean it all up, and source the problem. Yeah, you can see he's hit a big something or other. Just done a shitty job of patching it. Didn't use gel coat. Look at all that water trapped in there. I'm surprised I didn't see this actually when I was repairing the inside, because I did a thorough clean, but it's tough. I'm just gonna let that drain out. Little update on the boat. Just finished sanding down all of the terrible anti-foul that the guy put on in a terrible way without sanding it properly. So now I've got the big question, like I've got these areas that I need to touch up here. Let me turn this fan off. And I've taken down the, I've hit it with some pretty hard sandpaper, so I'm not sure whether I put a gel coat on this first. I mean, I don't really need anti-foul, to be honest with you, because it stays in the water no longer than 3 or 4 days at a time, and then it comes out. So that's something I need to research a little bit. But here's the god-awful crack. So he's obviously beached this thing, and there's the bigger one. But I'm having a really hard, I think there's sitting water in here, and because the boat is level, you can see there's still a bit of salt water here dripping. So I'm going to put a fan on overnight and hopefully this dries out. And then the next job will be to fill this up with peanut butter, which is like a mix of fiberglass and these beads. And then I've got a really nice mat to go over this fiberglass, and then I'll gel coat. And I'll see right then whether I gel coat the hole underneath, maybe instead of anti-foul. So yeah, that's where we're at. Turn this baby on, go pick up my kids from school. Okay, so just gonna give you an update here on the boat. I ended up sanding the hole underneath here, and in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm gonna paint this baby, but it's not warm enough. We've had a terrible wind June so far, with lots of rain, so it's got to be a really good temperature to be able to paint the special paint that I bought for this, like a enamel. So that's cool, but I filled the hole, and you can see filled it, fiberglassed it, and then bondoed on top of it so it's all smooth. I didn't want to leave just a raw fiberglass patch because it'll end up getting all of the barnacles, and it just looked gross. So especially when you hit it with paint. So it's not a car body finish, but it's good enough for under there. And tomorrow we're going to work on making this trailer an easy loader, because the wheeled option sucks. So I built this template here which is leaning up against the wall. And I got some steel, so tomorrow my good friend next door, he's got a welding machine. We're gonna cut up the steel, tack up the plates, and then and make this boat an easy loader, which will be 100 times faster to load. Just slide right in, boom, done, drive away, instead of the wheels where you can come in all wonky and you got to go back and forth and back and forth. So the core of this trailer is super solid and galvanized, yeah, modifications. So unfortunately this is a home weekend, it's not a Gambier weekend. I would rather be on Gambier for sure, but is what it is. All right, so cut all the pieces, ground all the galvanized off so we can weld them, and the squares here, and that's kind of the plate upside down. So this is what we're gonna bolt the rail onto. So thankfully I've got good people next door. Mike, he's helping me out again. Secretly I think we're gonna make him a lasagna, the only payment I think he'll actually appreciate. All right, so we got the, how simple is that? Simple. We're gonna just finish welding all these and I'm gonna put the boards on top and hopefully the boat fits. There we go. She's sitting in her cradle. A little bit of space on the front, so I just ran the wood along, but pretty excited to load up this trailer without wheels. The wheel system, nice and simple, awesome.